Live from New York City, well, Long Island,
Close enough.
Kevin.
Dude, I love it, man. Now I'm gonna need that intro every day.
Okay.
Thank you for that. Oh wow, round of applause and everything. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Taking a look at the ES and NQ at the moment. Want to really see what's going on. Let's get gold back up over here. A little bit of a late start, so we do have to do our pre-market prep a little behind schedule. Now, originally, I did see on the 15-minute here a basing candle on ES, followed by a couple rallies. So I was looking to try a couple longs down here, just to sort of see if we want to create some higher lows still. So this is the first entry I'm looking to take. This is on ES long 65.88, right where we're currently trading near. And we do have some resistance above us. CVD is currently green, but it does reset at that New York session. 30-minute, just taking a look. All right, very good, very good. All right, so there is, whoa, let's see. Big dive into that zone. There's that selling pressure. Now here is a big volume spike. So this is what I like to see. I'm going to try one long on this dip with the stop at the bottom of the zone. Looking for this to be the volume and the reaction we need. So there we go. So I'm in longs. Stop at the low we just made. Just looking to see if it does want to hold this yellow zone that I had mapped out. Technically speaking, if we were holding this 15-minute low, it would go all the way to down here. But I'm not a big fan of holding stops that wide. You guys know that. But we do want to be a little careful, right? We don't want to give it no room to breathe. But I was trying to play it off these large volume bubbles that were coming in. I want these people to be trapped in the market while we reverse. So like I said, I'm in a couple longs on ES over here. We'll just see how that wants to play out. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing well today, man. Let's see. So I'm in 3 ES. I did try before, and it stopped me out. You see right here, it stopped me out. But I'm re-entered. We're back in. Looking to see if it can make its way towards at least the 91. 91's up here for a first TP. Right now, sellers are getting a bit aggressive here, so I'm worried, right? And I'm watching my stop. We're adjusting. We're keeping an eye on it and saying, okay, if we can break lower again, that tells me sellers do have the pressure, so I want to be out of the trade at that point.
65.85 large resting orders.
Look at sellers stepping in. So probably going to get stopped out. Let's see. Buyers trying to hold this area. I want to give it a little room to breathe. But it does look like it's going to go hit stop, and that's all right, guys. We'll be patient. We'll do our market setup. Yeah, let's do our setup and really keep an eye and see what's going on over here. I want to see ES, NASDAQ. Where do we have any good zones? Oh, here we go. 30-minute demand on NASDAQ. This is what I'm waiting for. This is what I'm waiting for. Right over here. Broken supply zone lining up there, too. This looks pretty solid. Equities got weak, but they are trying to find some support. ES has a price level right here at 85. I think Marzetti just mentioned that too. Let's see, NASDAQ, gold. What's gold doing? Gold on the daily time frame. Trending higher. I would want to see gold trend. ES is trying to hold this low right here off of 85. So it'd be okay to sort of try another long off this 87 with the stop at 85, like a 2-point stop loss. I would just be a little concerned that we do want to run lower again, but at the moment, this 85 is holding as a floor, right? It's holding as a pivot. That was after we swept this low right here, but we didn't sweep the low right here. So it is still holding that 15-minute zone that I had.
So I went long when we hit that 65.85, and so far so good.
Good work. Yeah, my fill ended up getting filled at 87. I almost want to just take profit here for a point, seeing how weak we are coming out of this. There we go. There's some buying coming in. Good stuff. Come on, now let's get some follow through here. Nice. There's 89.25. See, sellers keep trying to step in, so I am going to get out of these longs. I feel like buyers haven't really quite taken control yet. Let me see how we look on the 15. Could try to let the 15 close. My biggest issue is, let's see, point of control. If point of control is higher on that last 5 minute, I will hold. It's like right over here. All right, we'll be patient. Stop loss though is gonna be 85.5. 85.5 for us to start selling off again. I just hate that was big negative delta there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really finding too many reasons to want to hold this trade. If we get one more climb up, I'm going to get out at 89.25. If it starts going like crazy, I'll move it and see if I can scalp out of a few. But let's see. There's 88, 88.25. Market pulse trying to tick bullish. It's struggling a bit. Let's see. There's equities trying to hold. Equities actually, yeah, sort of range bound right now. Again, not the biggest fan of these longs right here. Definitely probably looking to get out if we get out into some strength.
All right, resting orders overhead, 65.90. Well, no, it just
Just moved
moved.
to. Got out of that
Oh.
right there. Again, playing it safe. I feel like sellers are able to step in at any second now. I'm just gonna get out of the rest of my order. Let's play it safe, guys. We don't want to give back profits. Plus, I was late to the pre-market prep, late to the party, so we want to find our position. If anything, guys, we could wait on this 15-minute to close on the ES because now what we're seeing is we're seeing repetition in the price patterns, and basically we're seeing a basing candle followed by two rallies. Now I want to see if this 15-minute gives us a basing, because I'm going to assume there's going to be followed by the two rallies off of this other basing candle because it held as support. Same with this one right here. 15-minute area of support was held, pushed higher, came back into it, it held. So I wouldn't really be looking for shorts here at the moment. My only issue is I don't really have a good level. Oh, NASDAQ, a little bit of an order block right here. Nothing crazy. Hourly, a little bit of an hourly too. So again, I wouldn't want to be bearish at this point, but I'd want to be a little patient, let this 5 close. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Jay, Jack, Victoria. Good morning, guys. Dave, what's up? Federico, good morning. Staying patient at the moment, ladies and gents. Staying patient. YouTube going? It should be. It is. I don't know why it's not picking up any viewers this morning. Probably because it started late. Alright, let's see. Yup, there's some selling. So I said, let's just let that 15 close. We don't know if the 15 wants to close out of this zone. We don't know if it wants to close as a basing area. All we know is what we get. And we get what we get when the market closes on those time frames, right? So 15-minute closes in 55 seconds on the ES here. I almost want to try another long in the selling volume down here. But at this point, 40 seconds left. Trying along here, and then if it sells off for the last 40 seconds, you're royally screwed versus just waiting 40 seconds and then possibly finding your entry. It's definitely a solid point down here, though, like 88 with like an 85 stop. Well, it's only 3 points right there. We were looking for that recent high to be taken out. Let's get our previous day high and low in there.
Resting order sitting down at 65.85.
Good momentum on that daily time frame. Probably going to be looking for longs. Ooh. This 5 minutes not looking good, guys. If buyers could start to hold it here, I will take longs. If we do break 85, I'm not taking longs. Here's 87 again. 86.75. 86.25. That's
15-minute orb is set. RSI is decreasing.
All right, here's our orb. So now also my stop loss lines up with the orb low. That makes me want to check edge flow and look at the stats and the odds and all that. Let's see. Hopefully by the time I pull it up, it doesn't stop me out. Let's see. Nvidia looking, I'm sorry, NQ looking pretty weak right now. We want to see Nasdaq holding up higher. Yo yo, yo yo yo. What is up, bro? We're in some ES longs, guys, off of 87.25 entry, stop loss 85. Looking to target previous day high. We could look for a futures open price too. Here we
For
go.
those of you that follow, yeah, go, sorry.
No, you're good. You're
For
good.
those of you that follow the RSI, and I don't trade on the RSI, but I do use it simply sometimes just to give me an idea of what's going on. So it's around the 50 level on the 5-minute chart, which kind of tells us indecision. Of course, you want to look at the trend. We had a lower trend, but RSI can be really twitchy and change this way, that way, and so on. So, but when we get into that 50 area on something like the RSI, that just tells us there's really no direction chosen at the moment. And while we can look at the trend of the RSI, you got to remember that the RSI can be incredibly twitchy. And so that doesn't always give us a clear indication of anything.
Yep.
It just tells me right now that we're in
Confidence.
indecision zone.
Exactly. Exactly. Guys, I want to see this point of control move higher. Volume, this 2.9K move higher on this bullish candle. Or at least close somewhere up here and have the next candle have point of control moving higher. We did have negative deltas these past few candles, but the delta has been slowing down. It was negative 2,000, negative 4,000, then it was only negative 800, negative 400. So buyers are trying to take control out of this zone we had. Coming into some resistance up here. Really want to see a good break above it. We have 15 seconds left. I almost want to exit a contract up here, but we'll play it a little safe. Let's see.
All right, we are on the point of control at the moment as well. So this is a wander and chop area.
Guys, give me a half a second. I'll be right there.
Somebody have a question? I heard somebody. Yeah, and you kind of got to remember too that, like I said, we had a big move yesterday. Consolidation often follows. Very probable that consolidation or a grind, a slow grind, can oftentimes follow consolidation. So when you see a big move or a big candle, the big ass candle, then you know consolidation is very likely to follow because they spent their money to make that move. And so they've blown their budget for a while. And so that's what that all, you know, you when you see those big candles, you know you got a very good probable chop period following it until they have another reason to keep moving in one direction or another. So consolidation is just another fancy word for chop unless you want to learn to scalp it.
Right. Yep. All right, guys. 15-minute orb. What I'm looking for is a break out to the upside now. We got in these longs us get above our open price on the futures market open price because we have been bullish for the most part for the past several days, really. 4 days in a row now. So just looking to trade with the trend.
Definitely the trend is bullish, but with a large chop area
Yeah,
in there. But
yeah.
overall, um, now in my case, with the Bollinger Bands, I'm still in that trade where I got in at 65.85.
Nice. I like that the volume profile at least looks like a P pattern. Is DC in here? No, he's not in here right now. I was mentoring someone from in here, and I was showing him the volume profile, and we needed an example of the P shape, and that's basically low volume to the downside, high volume to the upside. It's a bullish pattern, right? Because buyers are stacking up their orders to the upside. They're accepting price at higher levels. My risk manager, aka my cat's like freaking out behind me. He's like, dude, stop out. All right, let's see. With Nasdaq, what's everything doing right now? Is Nasdaq at least finding some support too? It's trying. Here we go. ES. Here we go. Yo, random. Did you get that unlimited on TradingView yet? That negative second chart?
Oh, I already got it, man. Yeah. I only
Nice.
trade the time that didn't happen yet.
Oh, okay. What happens in 20 seconds?
It's definitely going up or down. That's what it
Oh,
says.
okay. That's a helpful chart.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that it's pretty consistent. Oh, and the one thing I like is it says it's definitely going to the right only.
Oh, okay, good. That's smart. I thought we were gonna go left.
Yeah, me too. I mean, so it's worth the money.
All right, guys. New 5 minute in about 30 seconds. 15-minute closes in 5 minutes as well. I like how this 5 is starting to close up here. Every time sellers try to step in, they fail. But we're also failing to see like a really large buyer step in on Bookmap here with our volume analysis. So that is a little concerning. Let's see where we at. Where we at? Do I want to get out of at least one contract? We'll see. Oh, I wanted to check the orb, but I also felt like by the time I pull up the orb, we're going to get stopped out. Like it's a bad omen.
5 minutes till news. 5 minutes.
That's right. Michigan consumer sentiment today. All right, we'll definitely get out of one contract at that orb high 65.91.75. Goddamn move. Here we go. Getting there. Close. We'll try to let this winner run. See if we get a break of that 75. There's 150. Getting close. They're pulling some of the resistance above us too. So that's why I moved my take profit up. Yeah, because we have news, I'll get out of two contracts up here. Or not. We'll see. Let's see. We got 4 minutes. All right, you know what? Let's play it safe. I'm not even gonna mess around with this. Nope. Closed out. Where'd it fill me? That's fine. From the lows to the orb highs, I'll take it. If we didn't have news, I would be holding a sucker until take profit. But we have news. Very unfortunate. I think that news is gonna skyrocket us. But I'm out. I wanted to play it safe. I won't trade dumb. Very nice run there. This is, by the way, guys, that's also why I keep my execution on the left and our chart here on the right, because the chart here on the right, the one that I'm streaming for you guys, it shows the ES, the NASDAQ, the VIX, and the weighted index, whereas my execution chart, I like to keep it as just one chart, so it's not so clustered. But that's not too helpful for streaming wise, because then we can't gauge the NASDAQ strength with the ES and stuff like that. All right, could have been a better exit in terms of letting that winner run right there. Could have gotten out up these highs. Look at that. Buyers are
Keep it, yeah.
All right, ES is trying to break out of the box to the north. The top of the box at 6593.5. We stuck a toe out, which is a liquidity run. The question is, do we have enough to continue? Have so our 11.8 is going to be at 65.96. So we've got to clear that first. Otherwise, we're coming back into the box and it's just a liquidity run. If we do get out and we can get up there, our half measured move 6602. Now, bear in mind, a lot of times the market maker or the institutions get in position to maximize their move. So, this liquidity run possibly is simply an indication that they're going to go south and they're trying to maximize. So, when you see these little rush up moves there right before the news breaks, this can be a definite indicator that they're getting in position to maximize the move. But we simply have to wait and see. It's a coin cost. Are they going to do it or what? We don't know.
Yep. I got, let's see, 40 seconds. I feel like time is ticking backwards. Are we all on those charts right now? They're no orders sitting for support or resistance right now on ES. We have 6600 to the upside, 6585 to the downside. We had those longs around 87. So good, just trading the range.
Seconds. One sec. Yeah. So, Renato, when we see that price uh, hangs around in a level, in an area, when we see that price hangs around in an area, that tells us it is an indecision or a favored area or whatever. So, for example, if you're on the 5 minute chart and you're looking at the ES, Around here, around 7:35 Eastern to around 8:50 Eastern, price just kind of hung around VWAP there. Well, what that tells us is that that was an indecision view area, that kind of stuff. And so if price comes back into that area, it's going to be a chop zone in that we know it happened before. It's probably going to happen again. It's going to get in that same area and chop around like it did in the past. Now, it's not always, of course, things don't always 100% repeat themselves, but it's fairly predictable that you can see some chop zones. Chops make great targets, but they are horrible areas to take an entry. Absolutely horrible areas to take an entry because it can just bounce around in that zone and just trigger your stops to the north, trigger your stops to the south, back and forth, back and forth. And then finally it'll start to break out. But looking at the chart here, that area, that time zone I called out, look what happened when the market opened. It went right back into that chop zone before it and wicked up and down. And then it finally chose a direction. So they can be small areas. Sometimes we call them little pullbacks or whatever, depends on what time frame you're on. But a chop box is basically where price hung out for a period of time.
Good stuff, Mark Goody. Thank you.
Sure, sure.
Guys, chop zones are very important to be aware of. Markets range 80% of the time, so a lot of that has to do with consolidation. So it's important to have some type of strategy that helps you find those ranges. Supply and demand is a great strategy for that because you're able to find the zones on different time frame analysis. You're able to find a 15-minute demand zone or an hourly demand or a daily demand. And what you're doing when you're finding these different time frames is you're finding different time frame ranges. I'm looking for the 15 to rally here on gold with a weak dollar right now and this basing on the 15 for a continuation. Look at the buying volume stepping in there. That's great. Real great. Let's see. Nice. Beautiful. Looks like it had just a
For me, NQ needs to beat 62. If it beats 62, we could get a push. If not, then it's a failure here, in my opinion.
cool.
Well, I'm looking back in time, so I know.
Oh, right. I got out of one contract gold at these highs. I'm holding just one right now. Part of me is like, let's just take profit, call that a scalp. But I'm really looking on that 15 to continue. So I'll be patient. Plus that 5 closed higher. I just want to see that point of control on that last 5-minute candle. Yeah, it was trying to move up. We'll hold it. We'll hold it. Stop loss
So
set
Renato,
here.
if you take a look, sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay. So Renato, if you take a look at that chart I just posted, notice that the rectangle starts on the left and that the price was kind of hanging out in that zone over there on the left. Well, then when price came through it about the middle of the chart, it went right into it. It came down, it came right back into that chop zone, went way down, made some big moves. And then what did it do? Came right back to that chop zone. And then what did it do when it hit that chop zone? It chopped around, going up and down and up and down and up and down. And then it finally picked a direction. So these are great targets, but you don't want to take a trade in it because you don't know which way it's going to go. If you look in the middle of the graphic there, you can see that it wicked out to the top and it wicked down to the bottom and then finally decided to go south, kind of thing. So great targets. Yeah, random. That's exactly right. Like a toilet seat. um, and so you can kind of see that these chop zones, you'll also notice a lot of times that they are point of controls. It also coincidentally, you'll notice there's a yellow line there, which is today's current point of control at the moment. Anyway,
Yo, big pullback on Nvidia right the overall strength the market has been seeing, I'm very hesitant on taking any shorts.
All right, if the orb plays out 65.96.
Yep. That's our open price for the futures market too. I wanted to see us trade above that on the ES. Big buyer stepping in on ES, man. Might really just be like a trend trade. Nav's looking good too. Yeah, I almost want to get in for the trend here. There we go. Come on now, get that 86. Get that 6-7. You guys hear that stupid joke online? 6-7. So dumb. There's a song, and the guy's like 6-7, and now it's a joke. So that's what it takes to entertain at this point.
Okay.
I know, right? Really clever. He says 6-7, and then he shakes his hands up and down. I think that explains it. Gold chopped me up a little bit. I only took the one trade. Pretty break even. ES looking ready to continue.
All right, we've hit the Bollinger Band midline, VWAP right below us, and point of control volume node right below us. So we're coming back into a chop zone, very likely. There's another thing about chop zones. There are certain areas where you can expect, I won't call them chop, but you can call them reactionary areas. And VWAP is one of those. You expect it to react in that area. Um, and so it may not necessarily chop, but you could definitely see a bounce or something like that. Low
Not for
side target.
nothing, okay,
Go ahead.
guys, but I did say 62 or it drops and went to 61. I'm just saying, I got the time before time.
Yo, that's not fair. You could see in the future.
Yes. Man, it went to 61 and dropped like a rock, so I was getting a little worried there.
All right, so our downside target on the ES is going to be somewhere around 65.86-ish to 87. That's going to be the low of that 950 candle. We are in an uptrend, so I don't know that we will break that because that is a counter trend trade. But I could definitely see us getting down to 65.87, maybe lower. Resting volume 65.85. Didn't we say that number earlier? Hmm.
We did say 85. Yeah, remember we got 85 was our stop loss too. We used 85 stop loss, 87 entry.
That's the orb. It's the bottom of the orb.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna try one NQ short here off of this bind right there. Again, just looking for a scalp, looking for momentum to continue to the downside. If it fails, it's just a quick stop out. I might go for stop hunt. I wanted to keep my stop loss near like 44, give it a little room. Where we at? But I don't want to, let's see. Below so 42 stop loss, 42 stop loss. So we have a little resistance up there. Struggling. Remember, we have been range bound. We are near lows. We are near support on ES too. Yeah, there we go. Out of Nas. That's a big buyer. If Nas ends up failing that buyer, though, we're gone. But if it continues, let's see. Weighted index, where we at? So I want to see NASDAQ just sell off with NVIDIA right here. Like that would be ideal. Sell off of this 41, 42 up here. This big buyer's trap, we push lower. But if they're able to bring us higher again, we know that we're in a bull market. So just be careful. In any shorts, you want to know how much you're risking per trade. On any trade, you want to know how much you're risking per trade. NVIDIA's holding up. Be careful. Trying to take those highs out again. Close. Ooh, double topped. Oh, oh, ah.
There's a lot of shorts at 51, so I'm just watching for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably waiting on ES maybe. We'll see. VIX coming off of a key level to the upside, which shows
Oh,
bearish sentiment. Here's that 52,
there we
53.
go. So I'd want it to close in this area and then dump right now, or else it's going to be a problem for the shorts.
Yeah.
Well, they got to step in, or it's going to be a problem for them. Is I guess what I'm getting at. It'll pump. It's going to leave them all behind here.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's not a good area. I mean, it'd be a good area if you're kind of on the bull side where you're looking to get in, but it's not a good area for the shorts right now as it stands because it would just leave so many behind.
Yeah. Looking for possible
It just took out all those shorts. Yeah. So let's see if
re-entry on ES. Oh, do we have sound on YouTube? Nice. I'm wondering, like, why isn't anybody here? I know why. I know why nobody's in YouTube, because they can't hear me. Thank you, Simple and Easy, for pointing that out. Is that a new 15-minute candle? Not yet.
yeah, it took out all the shorts. So I'm gonna see if it because if it doesn't retrace here, you're gonna have they're gonna be in trouble.
These buyers are squeezing it, man. VIX is pushing higher, though, so I'd be real careful, man. Like, ring the alarm. VIX pushing higher while ES is trying to push higher. Gold. Oh my god, look at gold. Choppy as ever.
Yeah, look at that pump. See, that's why I was staying away from shorts because it was just too risky. Look at that pump.
Yup.
Just took them right out.
Nice. Nice. Look at that. Now ES is the one left behind, right? NASDAQ made new high day. ES did not. Not yet. Weighted index holding up.
Oh, darn, I was looking away here. We went down to a Bollinger Band entry.
Oh, shoot.
That's fine. 6586.5. Could have gotten in on that. Anyway.
Let's see.
It's gonna play nice and come back for some people now.
No.
No, it's not. I'd prefer if it did.
Yeah, me
get
too.
Down to get down to the 54, let's say 50. I'm not asking for a lot.
Bro, that's my go-to too.
53.
I ain't asking for a lot,
Asking for
market.
a
I'm
lot.
just asking for something reasonable.
Yeah. Just give me 50. Give me $54 even, and I'll be happy.
Give me 50K.
Yeah, 50. Good.
I want, oh, I think we just missed it. This low volume shelf area is 63. For NAS. Where's NASDAQ previous day high? Oh, we're past it. Nice. Now let's see if it does give us that re-entry one more time. Entered. Stop filled. Yo, long my stops, guys. Just kidding. Let's see. Getting a little pullback here. I'm looking for 63 to start to hold on NASDAQ over here. Around 63 to 60. Apple new high a day. That's good. Here's 64. Man, we hit 64. Ain't no way. Nah, I know I want 63. Minute left in this 5-minute. We might continue without coming back to the 63 and create a fair value gap on it. That would just confirm the zone even more. Times it 1024. I cracked 2K, almost at 2,100 followers on Instagram. Whoop whoop. Next stop 5K. Gotta go to the moon. Come on, Naz. Give us that 63. Apple new high a day. Microsoft's pulling back. Meta's pulling back. Google's chopping off VWAP. Short sellers right now. Waiting on my damn entry. Waiting for 62 on NASDAQ. Probably gonna wrap it up shortly, stream-wise. Not too shortly, once we get our entry. ES, there's no low volume shelves at all. Because we've been more range bound on ES up until now. NASDAQ found more of a trend. Apple, another new high a day. Don't get caught up in this, just be patient. Wouldn't look for shorts here, but I wouldn't look to long the highs. Waiting on a pullback to 24.062. Looks like we do want to continue higher. Hey, that's pretty good too though. The remember we were looking at Market AI before and it gave us the sentiment. So for the Michigan consumer sentiment, it told us impact lower than expected should be a bullish reaction on equities and gold. And that's exactly what we got. We got a bullish reaction on equities. Where's our 10 o'clock right here? 10 o'clock. So far, we've got a bullish reaction. Come on, NASDAQ. I just want a 10-point pullback so we could go target 40. Good morning, everybody. What's up, Preachers? Power, Michael. What's up, guys? Jim, Jay, Habibi. Hello. How are you? Let's see. Guys, don't forget, I got a couple mentee spots opened up. I only got 2 left because I got a few 2-month programs running, and I don't like to have too many students at once because then I can't really focus as much as I can on you guys. There's just a couple slots left on that. Let's see, 69. All right, here we go. Yo, good morning. Good stuff, man. Good. I'm happy to hear that. All right, NASDAQ, your time to shine. Look at these 87s down here is where I'm trying to get filled at. No way it came off of 85 again. That's really funny. 65, my apologies. 65. We'll wait. I think it wants to crack it. Ooh. You guys follow the Modest Wallet on Instagram? It's a pretty cool page. Let's see. Guys, very choppy right now on the NASDAQ for the past just 5 minutes or so. I feel like I'm over here just like kicking my feet, waiting for something to happen with the market. Like, come on, could you do something? Here we go, 65 picking up there. That's right above the low volume shelf. That's what I was looking for.
I'm not in a short or anything, but I'm waiting for that 53 if it hits.
Oh, you're going short if we hit 53?
No.
Oh.
I'm not in it short. I'm just waiting for. Yeah, I'm not shorting an uptrend until there's a trend change. I'm saying I'm waiting for 53, hopefully to hit.
Good stuff.
Yeah. I'm not shorting an uptrend. I'm not that guy.
Come on, everybody's doing it.
Well, I mean, I have it marked out, so I mean, I
No, I
I can
gotcha.
watch it. That's about it.
Alright, we're getting that fair value gap down here. That's going to be my entry for long. It's just going to be a matter of if we get that entry and how it holds. 12 seconds. Come on, market. I got things to do. Places to be. People to meet. Yeah, give me that FEG down there, bro. Come on, NASDAQ. We're pop first and then pulled. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. I don't care.
Or pop first, yeah.
What's
You
it?
gotta
Yeah.
sit on your hands on some of these moves, yeah.
I'm a little speculative on us not returning back to that zone, but I'm not chasing longs up here. Looking for 63 over here on NASDAQ. Here we go. Just kidding. Market's like, nah. Good. The longer we stay up here, the more volume we're picking up, so the stronger this low volume shelf is going to try to hold. Stop loss is 57. Entry is going to be 63. Let's see. We need to hold the zone, though. We can't just enter it just because we hit it. We just filled here at 65, pretty big. Looking for 63. These low volume shelves down here, man. Oh, we did just hit the fair value gap, though. That lined up on 65. Come on now. Here we go. Didn't hit 63 yet. Bro, I almost want to take it here. Front run that stop, because we might hold that fair value gap without that 63. And I don't want to be greedy because of, like, 2 points. But we'll see. Equity's holding, yeah. Let's see. Come on now, 63. If you run to, yo, NASDAQ, get this. If you run to 63, you're going to stop a lot of people out, and then we could get running. There was 64 again. Dude, how many? Alright, 64 then is entry. If we could come back there again, really wanted that 63.25, but there's NASDAQ, wick that fair value gap, made that new high a day. Unfortunato. Let's see. Just waiting. I ain't get my entry. As long as we keep it cooling on the right side of the bias, it's alright. Want to see this NASDAQ range lower. One more time. Fill these orders. Fill all of these orders at 64 and this imbalance at 63. Amazon pushing up. Apple pushing up. Microsoft pushing up. Google rejecting. Nvidia rejecting. Meta rejecting. Test. Alright, good. Audio still working. Well, another new high on NASDAQ. Gold, chopping. Yo, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Boom, another high on NASDAQ. Boom, 2480. 24,080. Crazy. Damn, bro. I missed that entry on NASDAQ by 1 point. 1 point. I should have been a little more open to taking that entry at the FEG. Because it did line up in some of that low volume shelf.
and it tapped it like 4 times. So market did give me the opportunity. I was a bit too hesitant. I was a bit too hard set on 63, and because of that, I missed this great long position that we could have taken.
So you're saying that you need to be a little bit more careless and sloppy and just click the damn button and, not be so calculated. Just look at it and say, I feel like it's going long here. I'm going to click the button.
Exactly. No, I mean don't be as detailed as I was. Like I was looking for that exact low volume shelf right where that 87 was. We did have low volume right above that 87 too in the 65 area. I say 87 because that's how much volume was there, but above that 65, it really wasn't the lowest of volume. So where are we at? 64.25, 64.25 was low volume. But we saw that that held up. It was low volume. It was low volume in a fair value gap right here. That's what we look for. But again, I was a little too jumpy the gunny on that. It just means I
All
just
right,
have
look, it's one thing to second guess yourself. It's another thing to third, fourth, and fifth guess yourself
to.
here. I mean, really, what are we going for here? An Olympic medal?
It's funny. Hold up, I have a fourth guess for myself. We're going higher again. Meta pushing up. Apple's pulling back now. Google's pushing up. Nvidia's rallying. Boom. That's crazy,
Oh,
bro.
I got that one. That's nice. I'm taking a break now,
Nice.
just in case we get a mini pullback here.
Yeah, dude, we had nice ES longs this morning, man. I wish I held from that from the news, but not even because when news came out, we did get a wick lower, so we traded ES pretty nice today. Nasdaq was a little more on the chop side. I didn't have the best of demand zones. We did down here that held around 935, which is also when we
Yep.
got the ES longs.
We were on the right side. Nobody was saying a short or anything.
Oh yeah,
We were
no,
on the
I'm
right
saying
side the
I'm
whole
saying
time.
we definitely
Yeah.
were on the right side today. When I went over when we stopped trading, well, when I stopped trading ES before I went over to the Nasdaq, and I was saying around like 10:05, it was looking weak, and I was sort of looking for some shorts, because I wanted to see if Nasdaq could return to some lows. But after the buyers took through, that's when I was like, all right, yeah, no, who am I kidding? Who am I
Yeah.
kidding?
Yeah, in a trend, I mean, it's better to
Just
hope
wait.
that it pulls back to long than it is to short it, which is
Exactly.
what I do. I just hope for the pullback to get in, right?
Yup. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Guys, hope you guys all had a great Friday. I was gonna say it is Friday. Hope you guys all had a great week. Hope you're ending the week green. Got any questions? Always feel free to let me know. Random, so awesome to have you back, bro. Good stuff. We'll get a panel going. We'll get a panel. Me, Random, Marziti, Jay, you could join. Charlie, you too. Ozzy, anybody and everybody. Get a big Bullish Bears panel, and we'll just talk charts.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty
I
cool.
still say like it'd be good to have an afternoon one where it's like it slows down a bit and you could just go over trades. You know?
Sig does in the afternoon.
Oh, right. But he kind of broad markets it, right?
Yeah.
I think it's also options. I don't think he trades. I don't think so. I think he options, right? Or he just buys or something.
Well, Cigna does all kinds of trading, but his afternoon stream on Wednesdays and Fridays, unless somebody has a topic, he's going to talk about options.
Yeah, that's fine. You need to learn like options are important. I would argue that they're the market, right? I mean, I don't know if
100%.
anymore, but they certainly used to be the one controlling the market.
Yep.
Anyway, I'm hopping off. I'll talk to you guys.
Yo, later, bro. Talk to you. Good stuff today. Go work this week. Catch you on Monday. Alright, guys, let's see if these 5 minutes want to give us some continuation. We have 30 seconds left for this 5 minute to close, and the past 4 5-minute candles on the NASDAQ have been closing green. So I'm looking for this candle to do the same thing. Right, we're looking for the trend to be our friend. Staying patient. There we go. Some buying pressure. Got to get NVIDIA moving higher too. Nice. There we go. A little bit of a struggle, but I want to see these buyers had nice control earlier, so I want to see that continue. The only issue is, oh no, I was going to say we don't really have a target to the upside on NASDAQ, but that's wrong. We do. 24,090. Nice. There we go. Beautiful. Get towards that 90. I'm gonna get out. I took some longs on this last 5 because I was watching that to close green. So I got in towards the bottom of the wick. But at this point, a lot of people might be chasing these longs, so be so careful, guys. I do want to target 24,090. But we could just sweep right here to the downside. Look at that, big sellers. Be careful, big sellers, man. They gotta get trapped. We gotta get back above that low. There we go. We got back above the low. Now we gotta see that we could hold this one more time. Now my stop loss is gonna be at the low we just created. So now I could be a little bit more careful on this trade. Try to let it play out. See if we could go head towards that 87 again. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. Just the way the cookie crumbles, guys. 74 stop loss. It's getting close. I think it could dive to it. It really could. Just really want to see this 76 be held. NVIDIA pushing higher, so is Amazon. Bit of a struggle here off 78. Here's 76 still trying to hold. But sellers are trying to step in on NASDAQ. We see the sell bubbles, but we also see every time a seller tries to step in, they have been getting bought up lately. Be a little patient, be a little careful. Don't risk more than you're willing to lose. I'm in at 78 with a 4-point stop loss on NASDAQ. That's pretty crazy. Which means it'll probably stop out, but we'll see. We'll play it careful. See how markets want to react. Yeah, there's 77. My stop loss is 74. 74. Entries at 78.
If we go south again, 65, 85 still on the board on the ES. The volume point of control is there. Resting orders are still there.
Nice. Nas trying to find some momentum. Amazon pushing higher. NVIDIA's trying to push higher. Got to get these equities to find some steam behind them. Look at that guy, still holding. Real close. Here's 85. Now we might create a lower high here. I want to see us create a higher high. Break these highs. Go crazy, NASDAQ. But I'm going to get out of 1 up here to play it safe. 1 at 86 if we could get 86 again. Oh, hold up. Let's see. Yeah, because we might create a lower high. Look at these lower highs starting to form and lower lows starting to form. So I do want to be a little careful. Hopefully it's a squeeze to break higher, but right now we're going to try to gun for another lower low. Be careful, be patient. Minute 30 left. Very choppy. Amazon a pop. Rest of the equities are facing a little bit of a rejection right now. Yeah, NVIDIA just hit a wall. Amazon, another push higher on Amazon. Meta trying to hold up, so's Google. That's great. Apple rejected new high a day. Real struggle. Stop loss is 74. Entry 78. Looking to target 93. I guess above 93. 100. We'll see. It's really just a matter of the momentum, right? We're looking to buy. So, right, we're trading with the trend. We're looking to see if we can make a new high of day. Amazon continuing higher. Rest of the equities also trying to find some strength. I will move my TP up in case this last 30 seconds we want to start to rally strong on NASDAQ. Stop loss is still at 74. Just got to be ready for anything, guys. Be ready for a losing trade. Be ready for a winning trade. Be ready for a green day. Be ready for a red day. That's how you stay in the game for the long run. Let's see. Because of how choppy the buying pressure has been, I sort of want to see if I could get out of one near 87. See if we get a run up to 87. Basically, that would be taking out these highs, but not taking out the final high. Which I guess if we're going to take out one, we are going to take out the other. So we'll move it to new high a day. There we go. There we go. Got above 85. That's great. Can we hold this, though? Is the real question. Nice. Okay. All right. 88. Sweet. I'm going to get out of one contract there if it'll let me. Come on. Get me out of one. Bro, it's dancing on it. Let me get out of one. There we go. Nope. Come on now. Dude, it was just so close to... 89 is where I'm trying to get out. 89 is where I'm trying to get out. Oh, I guess I see why it hasn't filled me on that exit yet. I'll move that. See if we get a new high then. Nah, we're struggling, bro. Let's see. Get out at 88. Could it give me 88? Google's pushing up. I think... Dude, I think it wants another run up. Really want to try to hold this winner, man. Here's 87.25. There's 88. There's 89. All right. There we go. I'll try to get out 90. All right, fine. We'll get out 90.5. One contract.
ES is in a pennant.
All right.
It's in a squeeze, so it's getting ready to pop. It's going to be like a really big zit. It's going to just go everywhere. Yeah.
Let's get another run up here on NASDAQ. We took out those highs. Buyers had some strength. Let's go to another high on NQ. I want to see 24,100. That's a new all-time high. We're trading at all-time highs on NASDAQ right now, guys. Got to be careful longing all-time highs. That's for sure. Let's see. Positioned at 24,100. I almost want to get out here into some strength, though. But I see equities have some momentum behind them, so I want to try to hold this NASDAQ trade to see if equities can bring us higher again. Boom, 92 again. Great, gives me confidence we're going to hit 95. Boom, 93. Boom, 94. Fantastic, just waiting right now. Damn, bro, random leaves and then the market rips? Should have kicked him out sooner. No, I'm just kidding. We'll be patient, we'll be patient. I'm going to get out here at 95. I'm going to try to get out at 94. Let's see where we at, actually. Equities are still rallying, and I'm not going to get out yet. Buyer trying to step in again. I have a TP at 103. 93s keep getting rejected. I am thinking a lot of people are targeting 24,100. So I might want to get out before that, in case we reject right before it. So let's see. Little push up. Equities. Google pushed up again. Microsoft pushed up again. Amazon pushed up again. I'll hold it. I don't know why NASDAQ's pulling back. We'll be patient. 11 minutes left on this 15. 10:48 right now. Minute left. I said I was going to wrap it up. I got shit I got to take care of. Let's give me another rally. I'm going to get out on NASDAQ. There's 92. Alright, I'm going to get out here 91. Guys, great stuff today. Good little comeback season. Appreciate you all. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Hope you all have a great weekend as well. Any questions, please feel free to shoot me a message, and I will see you guys later. All right, peace.
Bye
Thanks, Kevin.
bye.